This is the ceasefire agreement I introduced last spring.
Canada stands ready to do whatever it can to ensure the success of this agreement. But more than that, this ceasefire gives us hope. Hope that we can now focus our attention on a true, lasting political solution to this conflict, a two-state solution with Israelis and Palestinians living side by side in safety, security, and dignity. And hope that here in Canada, we can turn down the temperature, truly listen to one another, and ultimately rebuild the relationships between various communities which have been deeply damaged since October 2023. For Palestinian, Israeli, Lebanese, Jewish, and Arab Canadians, I know this war has been deeply hurtful, and I hope that today's news brings some solace, some relief.
I welcome the announcement of a deal to secure a ceasefire and hostage release in Gaza.
現地時間1月15日、ガザ情勢をめぐり、人質の解放と停戦に関する合意が、当事者間で成立したことを我が国として歓迎をいたします。同合意は軍事活動の停止、人質の解放、人道支援活動の増加などを定めており、人道支援活動の増加などを定めており、これは我が国が求め続けてきました人道状況の改善と事態の沈静化に向けた重要な一歩であります。我が国は米国、エジプト、カタールをはじめ、合意達成に尽力したすべての関係者の努力を評価するとともに、当事者に対し本件合意の誠実かつ着実な履行を求めます。
Australia welcomes the announcement of a ceasefire and hostage agreement in Gaza after 15 months of conflict and a devastating loss of civilian life. The Australian government has consistently been part of international calls for a ceasefire and for a release of hostages. This agreement is a constructive step towards peace and stability in the region. Today must mark the beginning of a new chapter for the Israeli and Palestinian people. We hope it will allow the Palestinian people the opportunity to rebuild, reform their governance, which is most necessary, and pursue self-determination.
And all remaining Israeli forces will be withdrawn from Gaza, and the temporary ceasefire will become permanent. And finally, phase 3, any final remains of hostages who have been killed will be returned to their families, and a major reconstruction plan for Gaza will begin. This is the ceasefire agreement I introduced last spring. Today, Hamas and Israel have agreed to that ceasefire agreement and the whole ending the war.
Saya Agin Fridianto. Saksikan terus program-program Kompas TV melalui siaran digital, pay TV, dan media streaming lain. Kompas TV, independen, terpercaya.